Hello guys, these are all my thoughts and opinions. Please do your own research and be nice in the comments. I wanted to do this video because first of all, thank you for all the nice emails I got. It was nice to receive nice emails, so thank you very much. I was gonna say, I've received quite so many emails in regards to the interview and people being angry with Oprah and about racism, because one of the center and the main things in all of the sugar emails I get is racism. The first thing they throw is, you're racist. This is why you don't like Meghan. In an interview that Gayle gave when she went to, not an interview, she appeared in a show called Stephen Colbert, right before Harry and Meghan got married. And she was going to go and cover their wedding. She sat there and said that the royal family had welcomed this woman who was a working actress, biracial, and divorced. That they were really nice people by embracing her. And a couple of years later, less than 2 years, they're trashing the royal family. Keep in mind that since that interview was done, Oprah, can you tell me any other than Priyanka Chopra? And that's because she is associated to Meghan Markle. But can you tell me any other interview? No. This is why now Oprah is gone back talking about it, about Meghan and Harry saying their truth. It is being proven that the truth was not anywhere in that interview. Now, a lot of the emails I get is also from people who are like us, who are very angry that they did the interview. Why did they have to do that interview? Okay, to me, the issue is not that they did an interview. They could have given any interviews. Of course, they're free to do that. But it's what they chose to say in that interview. Those were lies. They could have used that interview and said, we're very grateful for the royal family. We were not happy with the fact that given the laws, there cannot be any more titles given to us or more privileges. We wanted more money. They were not honest about it. They were not honest because they know that if they are honest, nobody's going to want to be associated, because the honest truth is that they didn't want to do the work in the royal family, and they didn't want to do the duties and responsibilities associated with being part of the royal family, but wanted to exploit instead and make money on their own the very same titles and the very same prestige associated with the royal family. So they cannot be honest and say that, because then nobody's going to want to be associated with them. Oprah is not done yet exploiting the white race. Why do I say that? Oprah became famous, and you know what? People, for some reason, are keen to rewrite already written history or erase it and write it again. No. Oprah became famous because she was exploiting white culture. And once she's become a billionaire or whatever, now she hates the white culture that she exploited. Meghan is doing the same thing. Meghan is a woman, is not a woman of color. She's a white woman of mixed race. I am a white woman of mixed heritage. Now, I have this little theory, and correct me if I'm wrong. These are all my thoughts and opinions, guy, okay? The reason why Meghan, there's two reasons why Meghan doesn't show, there were pictures of the kid with a beanie, right? It's really hot in LA and California. The reason why she does that, in my opinion, is because the kid is a ginger. The kid is actually a ginger. It's very white. So if this is, I don't know if you saw that in that interview, in the Oprah interview, where they put it in black and white, because when you do a video in black and white, you can't really tell. Even blonde hair looks a little dark. This is why they do the black and white pictures, because the kid is so white, is such a ginger, that it doesn't fit the narrative of the royal family being concerned about him being a child of color. Because then by showing the kid who's actually very, very white, everything falls apart. How can the royal family, because it had never anything to do with skin color, because Meghan Markle is very white. And the few features that could have shown her heritage, she has made sure she has erased them. So in my view, the reason why she doesn't show the kid now, it's two reasons. That because the kid is too white, so it wouldn't fit even more the narrative of discrimination that she's trying to sell. And two, and I've been saying this from the beginning, guys, you can go back to my earlier videos, she is doing a reality show. She's filming everything. I think that the reason why you won't be able to see very much of the footage while she was in the royal family is because the royal family has put a kaput on that. They're not going to allow her to do that. Am I the only one, taking the crazy pills? So those are my ideas in regards to the children, to her kids. I don't think she's pregnant. I don't think she ever was. I do again in my petition, which is finally coming out on Monday, put that until, first of all, I'm asking, in the UK, for those people who don't know, the first 6 in the line of succession are considered counselors of state, unless one of the top 6 are abroad or living abroad in the United Kingdom. Then they cease to be counselors of state. That is a law there. So I am proposing that because Harry left the United Kingdom and denounced, he basically quit the royal family, because you cannot say they made me quit. You can't say that. There is a role, there are duties, even the way you dress. I'm sure all of us who work in the real world, if you work at a certain position, you have to dress the part. I mean, you cannot go to a CEO meeting of multinational companies wearing torn shorts and, sandals and flip-flops. You have to wear a suit. There are rules for everything in life. So I'm proposing that because he quit, he cannot be allowed to be in the succession line. He quit his position. And what I've been saying that my proposal will have. Oprah is not done exploiting the royal family. For some reason, she has this chip on her shoulder. It's like, she wants to create this black supremacy of hatred towards white people. My friend was walking in New York the other day after the George Floyd sentencing. She was having dinner at this eatery, and black people started yelling at her to get out, and a bunch of nasty things. So now white people, or people who are not as dark, are walking around in fear. Is this right? I don't really think so. And largely this is an agenda being promoted by Oprah and Michelle Obama. So to me, Oprah is a woman who went back to the ring. Let's say the ring is Meghan, like Muhammad Ali. She had this huge fight, or her fight was this interview. The interview has completely backfired. And she's still harping on about it, because just a couple of days ago, she came back out with an interview defending that interview of Meghan's truths. There are no truths. And then she's surprised that Meghan went there with the racist thing. She had been pushing the race agenda from the beginning. I mean, Harry couldn't even talk, because she's black. Or, first of all, I don't know if Oprah, even if you're colorblind, you're able to see that Meghan is really white, So, because she's black. Remember that when Harry came and said that interview that the family had concerns? Is it because of color? It's clear that she was pushing that agenda. It is clear for anybody to see that she has been pushing this racist agenda that doesn't exist at all. So, and in regards to the royal family handling this as a family matter, certain aspects, of course, as family members, I understand that they are upset, but there are two sides to this thing. Is in the personally that he's accusing them as individuals of being racist, and second, the institution. Those are two separate issues. And yes, they can handle the personal side, like, reprimand him or say, you know what, Harry, we were really hurt by that. But then the government has to step in and say, wait a minute, you accused an institution, because let's not forget the monarchy represents the Commonwealth. And the Commonwealth is made up of different races, different skin colors, different cultures, different political and religious beliefs. So it has a huge impact. What he said, because he didn't just say my family was racist towards Meghan Markle. No, he said the institution, the head of state. And not only that, the head of state is incapable of ruling because it's other people who are manipulating her into making these decisions. So there are two separate things that have to be taken into consideration. So yeah, I mean, I got a lot of the emails. And racism has nothing to do with it. Hey, racism has never been a part. Just because Harry and Meghan Markle are trying to make it all about race, along with Oprah, because Oprah has some sort of crazy Kool-Aid to sell, But I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Am I completely off the pot? I don't know. It is my perception. Oprah, for some reason, and you know what the sad thing about all of this is? She could graciously come out and shut up. Say, you know what? It's not what I expected. Yes, I understand that a lot of the things they've said now have been proven to be wrong. Albeit is what they claim, that how they feel about things. But instead, she's doubling down. Oh no, it is their truth. I applaud them. How can you applaud somebody to come out in her show and lie blatantly? And her, as a journalist, not to have done her research and checked all the facts before putting them out there. I understand that a lot of people want to make this about race, but it's not. This is about a skank who saw an opportunity. Let's give her that, and took it. And if anybody could see her coming a mile away. And it's a shame that the royal family don't see that or refuse to act. In regards to Andrew, I do believe that he, and this will be on my petition, I hope you guys endorse it, and I hope you understand that this is not about racism. This is just about protecting the monarchy. Because all of these people, Harry and Meghan, bitch about the monarchy, but they don't want to let go of the titles. In fact, they want more titles. Because, for example, people say that Charles was not given any option. Yeah, he did. You know what? If you don't like, this is a burden, no, quit. There's plenty of family members who will take his place, so it's not like at the end of the world. The monarchy will go on. It's just that he won't be part of it, but he doesn't want that. But they all complain about it. If you're not happy in a job, you get out. The whole world is not going to crumble. The monarchy will say, you know what, move on. Maybe that should be, actually, that's a good idea. I should include it in my petition too. That if they don't want to work, they'd be given the opportunity to say no. So it moves on to, but there is already that. If they don't want to be, then it goes on to the next person. This is why you have a succession line. But Harry, yes, in my opinion, and you'll see it in the petition, I ask that he, just like there is that clause, that if you're not in the country, you cannot be a counselor of state, that if he quit his job and he moved out of the country, he cannot be in the succession line. Because if he wants to be in the succession line, then he has to move back to the United Kingdom. But once you commit treason, this is not something that you take back. This is something that was premeditated and aimed at hurting. And instead of them changing, and this is another thing, this Arthur Edwards, it's making me really upset every time I think about it. How brothers should be back. Even while Arthur Edwards is saying that, Harry and Meghan haven't stopped attacking the royal family, putting out articles. They haven't changed their behavior. They have just escalated it. So for also those people who send me those emails, this is not about, my brother took my bike for a ride. No, this is something very serious. So that which has deep impact in a country and many other countries, not just the UK, but the Commonwealth, the entire Commonwealth. I, for one, I am part of the Commonwealth. I do not want Harry representing me or being part of any succession thing that has to do. Andrew, I do believe that UK has to interfere and say, listen, you have 3 months to clear your name. They have to first remove him from the royal website. I don't want Andrew anywhere representing me, because that's what it is, being part of that royal UK website, which, by the way, Harry and Meghan are still part of. I want Andrew removed as well, until and for him to be given 3 months to clear his name. If he refuses to clear his name within those 3 months, he will be permanently removed. You know what I mean? What is so hard? Why is accountability? Many people have said to me that, oh, it's undignified to be held accountable. Why? It's more undignified what's happening right now. Accountability is what's needed right now to restore dignity to the monarchy. You know, if you bring a knife to my fight, I will bring a gun to yours, you know, to this one as well. You know, this is the language that people like Harry and Meghan Markle and Oprah understand. You know, so, and it's very sad to see Oprah, instead of saying, you know what, this didn't work out, she has lost the plot. She has no humility. She's so focused on her hatred and in her arrogance, you know, being friends with shady characters, you know, like Epstein, Weinstein, this John of God guy. I mean, it's just disgusting. And it seems like, you know, she picked the wrong horse, and she doesn't have to back, and she doesn't have the humility to say, you know what, I screwed up. Why doesn't she give Mr. Markle a chance to speak out too? That would be good. Anyways, what do you guys think?